Recorded live on a tripod from Silva Lanes in Albuquerque here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Mix-it-up format. Scratch bowlers and handicap bowlers combined to form one team. They're now combining to form one game in this Baker format stepladder finals. Lucas Finley and Zayden Todicini were the top seeds after Game 5. They were the top seeds after Game 8, barely hanging on to that spot. Need to win this game to add more titles to their collections. Lucas has got a couple wins up in Colorado, while Zayden's got some wins all over the place, including an invitational win. Zayden struck in the first. That's good news for Lucas, the scratch bowler, but he whiffs it to the left there, and he'll have a challenge to shoot at for the spare. No handicap involved in this case. There would have been, but only one pin separated them. Half of that is 0.5. You drop the decimal in bowling, so we are all even. He'll trail by 10 if you can convert that to rail. Hold on titanium today, a little longer than yesterday, a little higher ratio than yesterday, but this is game 2 million on this pattern. We had 7 on a pair, so pretty burnout. Got to keep on adjusting to what's out there, and this is not an easy one. Nicely handled. Keeps it a 10-pin game. So Lucas will be doing all the even-numbered frames on lane 30. Zayden will be doing all the odds on the left. Zayden went 9-0 in match play to win an invitational once. That's super hard to do. He points out, of course, that the very next invite he went a big old 0 for 3, bailed himself right on out of there, but we like the first part of that better than the second. Never know what you're going to get out of this guy. Some days he struggles, some days he is unbeatable. No! Almost trips the bucket up into just a 5-pin. As a team, we're plus 323 after 5 and ended up plus 510 after 8. They lost their last match play game, which almost lost them the lead to Will and Rebecca. But had just enough sticks to only need to bowl this one game for the title. Hang on ball, it does. No problem at all for Zayden. And our first look on camera at Rebecca Wilson from Lubbock. She and Camden got the weekend off from Bill and Monica from working at Whitewood in Lubbock. Making the most of it by making the finals here. We'll see her in the invitational next month in Pueblo. Standing way left, pitching it as far right as she can. Yeah, dead flush. Pretty shot in the 1-3 there. Well, probably about 60% of the boys bowl two-handed these days, and there's a whole crop of girls coming up and doing the same, and why not? That doesn't matter. It's really more about timing and leverage than anything else. Timing perfect on that. They open up 3 in a row in a big lead. They've barely not struck since the second half of the last game. They were trailing against Tyler McPhee and Brendan DePue. That came up with double spare double, including Will's double in the 10th, to win the match and advance to play here, working on the front 3. 10 career JBT titles for the short blonde maniac. That's right. Oh, great shot, ring and 10. Thank you for giggling at my stupidity, by the way. I always feel a little better when there's off-camera giggles. Big turnout again today. Busy 36-laner. Thanks so much to Barbie and Delphina and the whole team here. And Silva, it's a family operation, and they make you feel very welcome here all the time. No trouble at all for the 10. The excellent spare shooter. String ends at 3, and an opportunity for Lucas and Zayden to catch up here. Lucas looked for all the world like he was going to average 256 today. He opened up 56-56, then not the third game, then another 256 in game 4. Of course, highlight of this JBT season by far was his runner-up finish at main event. Good for $3 grand there. As he tilts that light hit. Zayden's already won at least once this season. Coal Creek, right? Went up in Denver back in January. Another 2-ender. Let's go. And looking for the love on the Brooklyn. Tougher spare for the lower-handed two-hand bowler when there's all that friction in the middle of the lane. Let's see how he goes about it. Switches to plastic. That's a good idea. And still that ball grabs on him. First open of the match by either team gives them 87 through 5 and extends Rebecca's team's lead to 32. They're working for her in the 5th. After this, just invitational weekend in the Mountain Conference. That'll be up in Pueblo this year as we tossed around the schedule to accommodate everything, but ends up with an invite in Colorado, which is kind of neat. Los Angeles next week, then Tucson, then Portland. I need to talk to the guy that does the scheduling around here. He's out his damn mind. Rebecca also switches to plastic. See if she has better luck at her corner pin. She does. At that spot, at that level, it's easier to shoot a 610 than it is a 10. Right now, she needs that extra hook. Gets the 610 on effectively the Brooklyn side. Maintains that lead. So Will has adjusted by balling down using a lot of ball speed, and he's not trying to circle the lane, he's trying to fade the lane. He's trying to stay in what's left of the oil, and it's not much. So you see it's not covering a ton of boards, it's just sort of a fade shot there back to the pocket. And it holds just long enough to trip that 4. That lead at 32 through 6 frames. Kendall Balea swept the subdivisions today. She had a great weekend, made the top 4 in the main tournament yesterday, and then beat Jackson Garton in U17 and Callista Fritz in a good girls scratch title match. Left side has a lot less traffic on it, so Lucas is laying the ball down further to the left than his right-handed compatriots. But the other problem is that the righties are right on top of his laydown point now. He gets to the right of where he's laying it down, it's going to hit right-handed traffic. You see he goes a little left there and the ball doesn't climb back to the pocket. That's a bit of a pickle that he's going to have to figure out. And he's only got 2 more shots to do it in, because these title matches Baker go fast, only 5 frames. You kind of got to make an educated guess and you got to be right the first time, not a whole lot of extra time to do something about it. No trouble at the 6 pin. Now he's got to say, come on, partner, what you got? Part of the point of this format is to get the scratch and handicap bowlers intermingling with each other, and scratch bowler mentoring the handicap bowlers. And a couple teams the opposite. Let's see if Hayden can kickstart his team here with a strike. X for the X-Man. He'll take it. He'll take it. Brooklyn, Cleveland, anything else. And Rebecca with an opportunity to put a hammerlock down now can get him into the 40s with only 3 frames to go. See those shoulders move there, big old deep breath. And these title matches don't come around every day. Oh, wow, way back. My goodness. Now it shows you what's left on the lane, because that ball got super right super early and just put on the left-hand turn signal. Could have left anything. 3-pin about the best possible scenario. Up quickly at the spare. Good form right at it. Wasn't that bad a strike line, actually. Hint, hint. Isaac and Robin down there hoping that somebody cusses and I kick them out and I get another chance. They haven't left yet since finishing in 4th, while McPhee and a few finished up in 3rd. Yes, we're talking about you. Davis in the 8s. Oh. All the quote-unquote makeables, 4-8 is just nasty on any pattern. I would not want to shoot this right here. First of all, I go dead straight. It's just me. I don't think he's going to do that. Hate the method, love the result. Boy, that hook ball just brings up so many opportunities to miss that one. He knows what he's doing. Quiet, stupid old guy talking into the camera. I know how to make my spares. He does, and really puts the onus on Finlay here to come up with the strike. In the 8s. Gonna cut the lead to 20. Wow. That was not what any of us back here expected. Looked good the whole way. His dad said get there, and all of a sudden they got there and 6-8'd. That's ugly. Ugly. Well, any prairie's got to find out a way to make this. Obviously makeable, but super hard. That's close, right? Oh! Well, sadly, Denver's around 4.5, 5 hours. 7? Oh dear. And Lucas is going to be cranky for a little bit. This is maximum fury for Lucas, by the way. He's a quieter one. But he's a competitor, just like all these guys. And not the result he's going to want to get out of this, especially after leading for so long. But step ladders are cruel that way. Got to win that last match. It's so weird. You beat 80 other people, finished in 2nd, and you feel like you finished 9 millionths. This 2nd is the worst. Nice spare from Totticini. The multi-sport athlete that he is. Coming from basketball events sometimes. Who knows what else. Well, Rebecca has got herself just about a victory lap here. Stay behind the line. Don't stay behind the lane, that would be bad. Stay behind the line. She does. Oh, and she trips the floor. She slaps it out. She's a happy Texan right there. She's about, that big old smile means she's about to win title number 1. Last week in Lubbock, Brock won his 11th. Here in Albuquerque, Will's going to win his 11th. Crop of bowlers right around that 8, 9, 10, 11 title area. Found a great look on that lane. He got to stay on that lane for both of his matches too, so he really got zoned in on 29. And that helped as well. But 230 scratch is a big number right now. And of course, once it's over, it will strike every single darn time. The bowling gods are merciless, aren't they? Wow, 230 scratch. That's really tough to beat. I bet you this ball strikes. Yes. No! I'll give you like 8 stickers if you make it.
8 stickers.
That's right.
And I'll throw in an empty bag of Smarties.
And Smarties. Anybody else want to throw something in the pie here?
I'll give you a ride home.
Wow. 230 clean. Let's see if this man is motivated by Smarties. Well, no Smarties, and apparently no ride home, so it's all right. I think the Denver flight takes off around 8, so we'll get you there one way or the other. Good stuff. 4 really nice finalists there. We will do it all over again in Long Beach, SoCal next week.